Hey, this is Holly from Hollyland.com. Thank you for being here tonight, really. We are going to talk about human design and a type called projectors. But before you do, please subscribe so you can stay updated on all the other amazing things we talk about here. Thanks for doing that. All right, so I get excited when I talk about human design because I love it. And I had a question from Geo19 asking about what a projector is. So I first wanted to say what human design was. Okay, I'm reading you a quote. Human design offers a mechanical understanding of the nature of being. With understanding comes genuine revolution, the realignment of a life, and the awakening of awareness. Human design offers a methodology uniquely tailored to your design that liberates you from the not self conditioning. It's called strategy and authority, and it's the catalyst of transformation. Yeah. So, in my own words, I like to say that human design is like DNA sequencing, but for your personality. So it's a super fun thing. It is a bit complex, and there are people who do analysis of your specific chart. So it does take your birth data, with the idea being neutrinos are traveling all throughout the world. And what's really cool is that this guy was talking about neutrinos way before physicists were. Not way before, a couple years before actually physicists started talking about them. And now neutrinos are like a super huge area of excitement for physicists. So it's really neat to see that sort of happen before. But anyway, the idea is that neutrinos are traveling throughout the universe all the time, and they carry little pieces of information with them. And the moment you come out of your mother's womb, you are bombarded with those neutrinos, and there's like this super complex code that you can look at and all this mathy stuff. But we have computers that do it for us now. And so anyway, you can kind of look at your birth data and see basically the influence of neutrinos on your personality. But it's way more than personality too. So anyway, like really, when I say DNA sequencing, it is for personalities, because it is pretty complex. Like there's thousands and thousands of combinations that you would end up with. So, like, yeah. Anyway, okay, getting back to what a projector is. So, I'm a projector. 20% of the population is. A projector is basically someone who has energy that actually projects out. So it's not in, like, sometimes we refer to it, in psychology, we're projecting our crap on other people. It's not that. The projector aura, it's talking about your aura. Projector aura, instead of being like just a fuzzy little aura around other people, my aura is around me, yes, but then when I focus on one specific person, my aura has the ability to penetrate into them, and I can get a little bit of an understanding, I don't know why it's not focusing on me, of what's going on actually in them, in their lives, without actually knowing them. So this is actually something, once again, that sort of fell in my lap, and something that I was already going, what the heck? I mean, I was using verbiage like, oh, there's something wrong with me. I don't know what's up. And then I found that human design was brought to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. And I feel less crazy because it's valid. I was living with a person at the time who really kind of demanded that I logically explain how I knew certain things. And I can't logically explain how I know things sometimes. And so, anyway, with human design, now I understand that there's not anything necessarily wrong with me. So, anyway, being a projector is one specific type. There are 4 types. There's the manifestors. They make up 10% of the population. There's the generators. They make up about 70% of the population. And then there are reflectors that make up like 2% of the population. And I'm obviously off on my numbers there because I've rounded up. I think it's like 74 and projectors are 21%, but whatever. Anyway, so the projectors are the ones who don't have consistent access to energy. Generators have little motors in their body that's constantly generating energy. It's like a buzz. And then, but projectors don't actually have that. Neither do reflectors. So anyway, that's it. My arm got tired. There's so much more to it than that, but in general, the way that we can best set up. Sorry, my bed's a mess. Whatever. I'm not apologizing to you. My bed's fine. It is what it is. The way that we can best set up or flow through this life is actually by waiting to be invited. And then each person has a specific authority that we listen to. So, anyway, and so when we kind of operate from there, then we are operating more authentically. So, human design is not so you become like something. It's actually a returning to who you were before the world put these conditions on you that said, well, you have to be like this, and you have to be like this, and you have to be like this. So anyway, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. But many people just find it helps explain a lot of things. And the other cool thing is that it's not a, like, it's more of a journey and not a, these are the set rules that you have to follow, and this is like the way that you should always be if you are a projector, or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's interesting for sure. It's interesting to play around with, and I pull charts for people, and it's fun to look at. So anyway, that's what a projector is. Okay, bye. Thanks for the question, because you actually invited me to speak on it, which is great for me, because that is how I operate. I don't really move until I'm invited. And what that is that is being recognized by somebody. So kind of like the not throwing your pearls before swine thing. Like that whole phraseology in the Bible. Basically, you don't, for projectors especially, spewing all these things you know about people and whatever on them. It's really not a great idea. So anyway, when you have that recognition of somebody asking you, hey, what do you think about this? Then it gives us the ability to shine in our knowingness. Okay, that's really it. Bye.